if it was a situation where it's like, oh no, Facebook is doing great, and I feel like it was doing terrible, then you know that would be a red flag for me to say, all right, yeah, we not on the same page. If they think what's going on right here is good, then we're not on the same page.
I got the list 2 days ago, and I said I wanted to finalize what all we needed for the meeting. The meeting was supposed to be yesterday, now it's today. So it's like people are jumping the gun on the shit's not getting done, so we don't have the things that we need to. But that's not true. Like, we're working on it, and we'll get it done. They talk. You listen and say yeah, and then I have to bring it all back down to earth and be like, no. This is not like. This is what's realistic, and we have to do this way. And that's where they're, I think, don't understand the level of logistical issue that gets caused by something not being able to be done, where like $2 million a month fulfillment is a way bigger.
Our prices at our volume.
Yeah, I told them, do whatever the hell you need to the site, like the landing page. I said, just let me know, because the issue I have also is when they with the shipping price, me and Tori don't know, and then it's like, you're like, what's up with the shipping? And I'm like, I don't know, and then they change something. Like, we just need to be communicating, because then I look like an idiot if you're asking me why shipping $8 today, and I have no idea who did that or why, but they took it upon themselves to change something. This is too big of a business and a brand to like just change something and not have it like, is this cool? Like, so after that little shipping issue, I told them, don't touch anything unless you let me know. You can do whatever you want. Bring the idea to the table. Let's do anything and everything. Leave no stone unturned to level up. But just let us know. Like, you're the direct line, but it's like, yes, you are the owner and you run the business, but like, I have to deal with the marketing shit and Tori has to deal with the logistics shit. So like, you can say yes to whatever, but we're the ones that are implementing it like daily.
It's just a figuring out period for us, you know, and it's difficult because we got this factory that needs to be paid for. I got a $500,000 USPS bill that I'm getting charged for. I got, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff where it's like, now is the essential time to make money, but we in the figuring out phase. So it is a sense of urgency, but at the same time, I'm willing to take whatever time we need to take to make sure we do it right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just part of the business.
As far as the business sides, I know that you had some thoughts on how we would do the fulfillment and the splits after everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tori knows the numbers, you know, as far as fulfillment goes, more so better than I do. So we would just, you know, come up with, you know, the specific amount of shirts that we would sell, and he would say, okay, it's gonna cost us this much to fulfill this many orders, and then we'll just take that off the top as far as that, and then we'll just do a 50-50 split after that. This could, you know, it could go crazy or it could go really crazy. So I don't know if we should put it, what you think about putting a cap on it, or do you think we should just let it go? With like not knowing.
And what we mean by that is we have a thing where sometimes if an item might go like exponentially more than what we think it can, we just let it go negative and we just figure it out. We always figure it out. It's just a matter of how tough it is to figure it out. And yeah, I think this could be.
If we get numbers of what y'all like normally sell when y'all drop something, so we could at least have a base. We could go.
Absolutely.
We can have a base and then go negative.
Yeah.
we just been relying too heavily on our internal customer base over and over and over and over, and the majority of the heavy lifting has been on that, where we need to kind of shift. You know, we need at least to even it out, where Facebook, Instagram can be. At one point, it was probably 80%. You know what I'm saying? It was probably 80% Facebook, 20% marketing. You know, Facebook, Instagram, 20% internal marketing. And it's kind of flipped to like almost 85-15, if that. And
But when you say that you guys, whether or not you realized at the time you wanted to go in that direction, by doing the drops the way you did, of course that was the only outcome that was going to happen. Because think about the way we used to do drops, the Kobe and the MJ.
I understand what you're saying, but my concept behind that was to only have to send to like a third of our audience per collection. And we got to the point where now we're sending it to 100% of our audience per collection. And now even sending, like, I would say the first month or so, you know, we were selling out, you know, sending it to like 40% of our customer base, and it was like, okay, this is good, this can work. But based on the fact that, you know, it's not your fault, Instagram and, I mean, Facebook, Instagram, and iPhone are going at war, but...
That's just, that is what it is.
Yeah, so, but it threw everything off, and it's like, damn, now we have to figure out how do we get Instagram and Facebook back up to where, I'm not even saying let's do the majority of the lifting. If it can compensate for 50% of the revenue, you know what I'm saying, that we get now, I'm cool with that. And we came up with numbers yesterday or 2 days ago.
I mean, I think we have the blueprint, like we know exactly how to do it. So we know that the way we did these drops when we started them out, look at the 630K day, the 520K day. It was, we released those products, tossed on Instagram, ran the page post ad, ran acquisition ads, and just let it run.
Do you think that those days still exist?
We can make that happen, but the mentality has to be focused on that, because the way we do it now, we cannot even go in that direction, because products will sell out, it will get taken off the website, new products will be added, and it just, everything, while those ads are up, y'all are already moving on to other things. And it's just like, the way we used to do it, you would design these tees, we would drop them, and then we just, all of our eyes were on that. And it's like,
Come up a little bit.
I don't even think, like, y'all know, you can go look at the numbers. You could take the best 3 collections you think over the past 6 months. Next week, we drop one of those on Monday and give the whole week for it. Let it sell through. Let us run ads. Let us test. It's not even, we don't even send text or an email. Just make that, redrop that collection. We know it's good. We know people like it. And we do it just the way we did the 630K day, the 520K day, which was just an Instagram post, like make the whole site about it, and post on Instagram, and then we run ads. And like, there is nothing else. It won't sell out. It's all over the website. The banner doesn't change. The products are right there. So the focus is always just on those products and that drop.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was under the impression that those days were over. And
I just think we so changed the way we did it so that it was like, okay, great, we had a good drop on Monday, but y'all had a new one already on Wednesday. The banner was changing, the products were changing, they were getting removed off the website, and it's just like, you can't run an ad where the next day the product's either sold out or off the website. In no work I do I reference, I guess, like a strategy that we did over a year ago now, that we have had for the past year, and we know that it doesn't provide results that are above our average results. And it's just like, there's so many other things we can do that are new and like outside the box, that it's just almost
to acquire
like
customers?
to do anything and everything, yeah.
We're gonna do all the other stuff, like just strictly about acquiring customers.
The example I use for our rep. So we have our strategy up on a random Tuesday, 1.5 to 2 ROAS. We come up with the mystery bag. That's a totally new idea, never done, never before tested, 11, 13 ROAS. We know what 599 does. Your customers, 20 million plus people have seen it. It's just, it's like, to me, and I sound like a dick when I say it, it's like very like inside the box thinking. Whereas like if we're like, yo, new idea, that's gonna provide the results that we're looking for.
Not really new ideas. I'm just saying literally to acquire customers. Looking at the data of when we do $5.99, we do free. the customer acquisition cost. That's the only metric I'm talking about on that part.
It's just, I don't know what to say. Like, it's just, y'all, we've done so much that, like, you can't just say $5.99 does this. It's like, you guys do 3 drops a week. We have campaigns that have just been $5.99 and the results are not anywhere. Like, there's better campaigns that don't even mention price. So it's just, it's not the best. I don't even know why we would focus on it. Like, God is Dope is so big, it's a household name.
It's not. We're just testing.
If we don't do $5.99, so what's the catch for the customer acquisition?
I mean, think about the best days we've ever had. When we'd spend $20K and get 550K in sales. We didn't mention the price. It wasn't about the
Those
deal.
are also like
It was about the
have
product.
to do with the product and like the moment around the product for the most part. So I mean, it's going to be hard to replicate without the
Our
moment.
best moments and our best products and our best drops and our best results have just been from being creative with products. And so,
But what I'm saying is like the same thing with that, but with $5.99. So we did the Black Women Matter, we did Maroon and Orange for the first time. All those new things, that was all before the $5.99 structure, like or the even concept of doing $5.99. So I'm saying like focusing on all those things, the mystery, the new products. But if we do a new product, selling that $9.99 to our database, but being able to acquire people who never shop with God is Dope at a lower price for that same product.
The worst thing is that like to a new customer, any product is a new product, right? Like it's like the price makes the difference. Where if I'm seeing this product for the first time, it doesn't matter if we've been selling it for 5 years. It's the first time I'm seeing it, so it's new to me.
I guess like maybe I'm wrong. I think you're saying like more so it's like anything like the good product in itself isn't dependent on $5.99.
exactly. Like, it's like if you have a shitty brand, then you focus on the price because that's why customers buy your stuff. People don't buy God is Dope stuff because it's cheap. Like, they buy it because it's God is Dope. And we know that. We have campaigns that don't mention price that do better than mentioning $5.99. So why would we mention $5.99? You're building the brand around being cheap is just, I don't know why you'd want to do that, and it's just proven we don't need to do that.
One of my biggest things and what I'm big on is not necessarily building a brand on being cheap, but it's catching people's attention because, like I said, out of 100,000 customers or a million customers that we have, if 10% of them are a $50 T-shirt customer too, I could acquire those 100,000 customers way faster, you know, at this $5.99 price point than I would have at a $50 price point. We want to acquire customers, you know, at a high rate, you know, not only to get the data for whatever, but we know what happens, you know, once we get them in the funnel, they buy again, you know, and it's just lifetime value. So, you know, I'm not necessarily looking at the initial $5.99. I'm looking at the $9.99 we're gonna sell them after because they'll never see that $5.99 again. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean they'll notice that $5.99?
Because
It's only for new customers.
yeah.
It's like if you never purchased.
Like if that strategy is meant to acquire customers, like no one that's bought before could get that price. It's like what Schultz has set up on those $5.99 campaigns. It excludes if you've like been on the site. It's like it's structured to like.
So, like, I'm just confused because it's like we've been doing this for a year plus now. Like, what else do we need to do with this? Like, it kind of like is what it is. Like, yeah, sure, it clearly has a part in our strategy, and we have always had $5.99 ads up. But it's not going to be the thing that takes us to the next level.
No, I don't think anyone's saying that.
No, he's just saying like the strategy in itself, like obviously stepping away from $5.99 as a whole. Like he's just saying like, does that keep $5.99 as the landing page that like gets new customers?
I
Right?
don't think we're stepping away from anything. I think like it'll be always tested and it'll be considered, but there's just so many other things that we can do that are new as well.
Yeah, no, but that's the key word, as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
do absolutely anything.
yeah. Okay.